and welcome to Double Talk here on the Corona Cast, the Las Cruces channel. I'm Mark Steffen.
Did you have to get close so you could read the title there? Double Talk? Are you like Double Talk? You can see. Anyway, I'm Michael Mandel. We're wearing masks because we're responsible citizens.
That's right.
And
we have our sanitizer.
We can't
and
talk
wipes.
with them, but we have our little. It's
shield.
closer to you, so that's good. So
we can.
Well, you saw that the French 75 is the drink. Mark said, "Go ahead. Why are we doing the French 75, Mark?"
We're doing the French 75 today, and because, well, I saw Ming Tsai do it on his cooking show. He opens up every show with a cocktail just like we do. I think he stole it from us. And he made a French 75 for his guest chef. I thought, well, that looks so good. I think we should do one here.
So we're doing.
So that's why we're doing it.
He actually does pay me a percentage for doing cocktails. Said like the Double Talk show, we're going to be doing cocktails, and here we are. So I looked it up. I knew we did French 75 a while ago, but I looked up the immediate history. We did an Italian 75 about 6 weeks ago, and that was because Mark had gotten some amaretto. He didn't know what to do with it. He said, well, we'll do it with some champagne or some bubbly and whatever else, and it was pretty good. You can't go wrong. We might be able to go wrong this time, but we'll see. So the main ingredients for a French 75 is some bubbly white liquor. In this case, we're using Moscato because that's what you got. And you use some hard liquor. In this case, we're doing gin, which is suggested, but you could also use vodka. This gin is a standard with a quirk. It's Tanqueray, but it's Malacca. And that's a little different than the Rangipur. Rangipur Tanqueray is great for gin and tonics.
Is that London Dry, Michael?
Yes, it's London Dry. Actually, it just says distilled gin, so it's special. Anyway, so we're going to do, I got like a half ounce of lemon. You need something sour. You obviously need something alcoholic if you're doing an alcoholic beverage. Actually, I enjoyed last week when we did non-alcoholic drinks with kombucha.
Those are very tasty.
And we're going to duplicate that in the second half.
Those
not
mocktails.
Quite. So I got 1.5 ounces of gin. You're supposed to use simple syrup with this, but simple syrup is anathema to some people. And
well, it's just sugar and water.
It's just sugar and water, but so is alcohol. Sugar, alcohol or drinks, 60% water in here.
What?
Because it's
40 proof.
It's 40 proof. So we do a little of that because not only is it sweet, and you need something to balance the lemon, but it's also got, this one has an orangey flavor.
I bet.
It sure do. And
is it time for the Prosecco?
No. What we do, because
Why not, Michael?
You can't shake Prosecco because it's already got bubbles.
That's right.
And that causes trouble. In fact, I found out with the first kombucha I opened at home, you're not supposed to shake kombucha.
Oh, that's kind of effervescent, isn't it?
Yeah, not as bad as tonic water, but a lot stickier. So we get this really cold. So there's lemon, some sort of sweetener, and good old gin. And we'll see how this works. Oops.
Let me move it closer for you, Michael.
That's it. I just want to get even amounts.
Don't worry, I'll clean it up.
Lick it up. So we each have a little over 1.5 ounces.
Now, how much of this Prosecco, which is sparkling wine, should we put in?
You fill the glass.
Oh, okay.
Which it will do sort of 2.5 times as much gin as there is Moscato. Asti. This is from the area of Asti in Italy. You've heard of Asti Spumante. Spumante is also bubbly. So this is Asti Moscato. It has an iconic color. With the lights behind it, it's sort of khaki.
Say, that's tasty.
Oh, yeah.
You can really taste the orange.
Oh, this orange stuff, There's a number of things you can use for orange. Most people, when they're doing margaritas, use triple sec,
Yes.
which is a bottom line way to do it. The others you can use is Cointreau,
Cointreau is much
which
better.
is one of my favorites. Grand Marnier, which is good, but not necessarily good for margaritas. And then there's Mandarin Napoleon, which is a similar orange, pretty much a brandy-based drink. It's brandy with orange.
I see.
So that's why it tastes so great.
Now, this is Thanksgiving week. It's still upon us because
It was
we've
Thanksgiving
had
week.
Thanksgiving, but we still have leftovers. And
Maybe you
sometimes-
do.
Sometimes I prefer a turkey sandwich the next day than the meal I had the day before.
There we are, twice. Oh, yeah.
And so we're still dealing with Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving still.
Hope your Thanksgiving was good. Hope you stayed apart from most people. Everybody has to see some kind of people.
Now-
you know, we take people for granted all the time. You go places, you
true.
see people, you go to restaurants.
Not now. Also, this Saturday is a small business Saturday for shopping, where you are meant to support small local businesses
Right,
instead of the
because
big
it's
box
right
stores.
after Black Friday where you go to big boxes or you go to online things.
Some people also call it Cyber Saturday.
If you have an American Express card, how many do you have?
I don't have any. I used to have an American Express
Okay,
card.
so American Express gives you little deals. Sometimes it gives you $5 off. I'm sure they advertise online about all their deals. So they participate in Small Business Saturday. And it's always good to do that. Sometimes, unfortunately, American Express also does deals with restaurants where you can get 5% off your meal, but not necessarily now since we can't go to restaurants.
How about AARP? Do they give you discounts at restaurants?
I think you'd have to look at the AARP thing and you'd have to show your card. Where else you can get discounts at grocery stores with your ARP discount?
And hotels.
And being old.
Now, here in Las Cruces, two of the biggest grocery stores in town are closed until next month.
One each of the two is big.
Yes, and so, which means all the other grocery stores are full of lines of people waiting to get in.
They would have had lines anyway, but with everybody who can't go to that extra. Albertsons has what, 3 stores? One is closed?
Yes.
So everybody goes to the other one. Walmart's has 4 and or 5.
Well,
if
5
you
if
count
you
the
count
baby.
Sam's Club.
Well, there's also the baby one on Sonoma
Yeah, the
Ranch.
country store, or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
That had lines. All the Walmarts now have big, long lines. Well, you know, people are shopping for Thanksgiving this week.
So one of the things you can do to avoid those super shopping stores is go to smaller ones, of which we don't have too many, would be natural grocers. We have actually the Co-op, which is closing
And we'll get
next
to that in a
week.
minute.
You can go there. That'll be
Toucan Market.
Toucan is good. There was a story about the Toucan Market accountant who has to do all the jobs there. That's Mountain View. That's open till next week.
Save Mart on Valley Drive, a small store.
Save Mart's a pretty
I was
good
there the
store.
other day, there were no lines, but the gal told me when they opened the store, there were 80 people in line waiting.
Wow. There's also Lowe's and Fiesta Foods.
Well, yes, well, the small Fiesta Foods. The one over here on the north side of town is a large one.
Yeah. But
The
they're
one in
both-
your neighborhood is much smaller.
But there's lines there sometimes
It used to
too.
be Piggly Wiggly, you know.
I thought that was only in Florida
No,
No.
we had 2 Piggly Wigglies in town once.
before I got here.
But yes, as you were saying, Mountain View Market, known as the Food Co-op, is going out of business next month, supposedly around December 5th.
Next month is like this week, so
Which-
it's coming pretty quick.
And the Albertsons and Walmart that are closed are supposed to be open December 5th. So if you lose one, you gain 2.
Hopefully, when they open, others won't close. There's also Sprouts. Don't forget Sprouts. Sprouts
Right.
they consider a big box store as opposed to natural grocers, which they call an organic food store.
I was in Sprouts the
Plus
other
it's
day.
smaller.
And,
How was it?
I went there one day, there was 20 people in line, so I didn't stop. I went there yesterday, there was only 6 people ahead of me, so I went in.
That's why I always bring a machine gun. Get
And
rid of those people.
So
There's
I
the
love
lunch.
the Mountain View Market. It's one of the only 2 stores in town that has completely organic produce.
Well,
So does
I
Natural
think Natural Grocers does, and perhaps Sprouts says they do.
No, they have a little bit. Most of
A
it is
little
not.
bit?
organic. And I wish Toucan would have some organic produce. They really don't.
They do have some. It says it on the.
Oh,
You have to read the signs.
Just a couple of items.
You mean if organic stuff touches non-organic stuff? It's all organic, because it's made out of organisms. So there you go.
Yes. And the reason all these things are closed is because of the COVID-19.
And why did that occur?
Well,
Let's
ask our
hear it.
president. It's the president's virus.
Well, he never really spoke here, but people do say we don't need masks. I believe we do. I think we need masks even during flu season. That probably would help a lot too to keep flu down, regular flu.
Well, Trump owns a lot of properties, and he's a landlord all over New York. And he's evicted a lot of people over the time. But this time, he gets to tell an immigrant that she's being evicted from her house. That would be his wife, Ivanka. So, listen, now we have the test.
He's not telling her that, I don't think. Other people are saying,
I
you're
went to get a
overdue.
test for the COVID where they stick the thing up your nose, and the line of cars to do it was about a half a mile long, so I didn't do it. But now they have a new saliva test. All you have to do is spit in a cup, put the lid on, and you're good to go.
Right, but you still have to wait in line to get your cup.
Oh yeah, you still have to
so
wait
that
whatever
works.
line you're in.
Also, Mountain View, is it Mountain View Hospital? They're doing COVID testing again this week. I think November 30th, maybe. Mm-hmm. And they did it, I think, this past week. And it's all done by Vitalent, which used to be Blood Services, and United Blood Services. When you get your test from United Blood Services, they let you know if you have antibodies. You've been wondering if you have antibodies.
Yeah, that's the test I want, to know if I've actually had it or not.
Well, I think there's plenty of things against your body, so you must have antibodies. Because, I've heard a lot of people are anti-view.
Well, here in Doñana County, we have about 12,500 infections so far, and we've got 1,430 deaths. That's just Doñana County. And rising, of course, as pandemics do.
So do you have a conclusion, or you're just giving out numbers?
I'm just giving out valuable
You're just giving out
information.
death numbers? And everybody seems to know of somebody.
Michael, where is the place that you donate blood? Because I know you donate.
It's the Vitalent store, which is across the street from Sam's Club, down Commerce.
The what
And-
store?
Sam's.
No, what store? Where do you donate?
At Vitalent, V-I-T-A-L-A.
Oh, Violent. I thought you said violin.
Violin. The Violent store. You should see how violent they are. I'm taking that damn blood. Give me that blood.
It's like right behind Starbucks,
Yeah, it is. Well, yeah, sort of.
across from
you
Los
can find it.
Compas.
Yeah, anybody who can use Google, which doesn't
Google Maps.
include you, can find it.
Well, it's always
And
good to
it's
donate.
easier to do it.
It's always good to donate blood anyway, especially now, because people need it more than ever.
And you know what's good about donating blood? You get free cookies or crackers.
And some little juice.
They give you water now.
Oh, water.
But water is healthy because that's what your blood is.
Well-
That way you can make more blood so you can give again at any turn.
You can do it every 8 weeks.
Yes, and if you don't, they'll call you.
Well, they say it's good for you, actually, to
It
donate
is.
a pint of blood. It stimulates your pancreas and all other organs.
Actually, I usually try to give a pint of blood in summer because, your body gets too hot. So by taking some of that hot blood out, you're cooling yourself down. That's science.
Well,
Most people know science.
I know somebody who used to go and sell their plasma down at this plasma selling place.
Yes.
And her cholesterol was so high, she clogged
Oh my
their
God.
filter with her fat.
Incredible.
So that's a good way to get rid of your cholesterol,
I guess so.
because they filter it and then they put the blood back in your body.
We once met somebody at a party who knew she had high cholesterol, and she showed us the veins on her hand, which were white. That's pretty easy to tell that you have too much cholesterol.
Well, she's lucky the blood was still flowing.
God, well, white blood cells, cholesterol blood cells. But you need cholesterol in your brain because that's what helps you think.
No,
so you need some cholesterol.
Cholesterol's not bad for you. It's the plaques that you don't want.
Yes, so eat healthy. Oh, drink kombucha. I think that helps for that. It would work. We're going to have to take a break. We'll see how the new guy is doing in the control room.
Good old
if
Dave.
he's hearing.
Now,
Yes.
we're going to finish these off and do a second version
Yes, which
as a service to all
it
our viewers.
refers back to last week, our next one. Yay, kombucha.
Yeah, so we'll be right back. Right?
Or kombucha. We're not leaving. It seems like we're just going to stay here. Nobody listens to us. Let's hear the applause. Where's the applause?
Hi, you found us on Channel 98. Keep watching because we have so much in store for you. We want to grow together. Your channel, local and real.
If we want to improve America's healthcare system, let's start by improving the health of Americans. Despite the best doctors, hospitals, and medical advancements, Americans are not as healthy as they should be. We spend too much on treatment and not enough on wellness and prevention. We need a system based on primary care. When patients have a medical home and a long-term relationship with a doctor, the result is a longer, healthier life and reduced medical costs for everyone. Let's make America a place where health is primary.
Horizon Granite is here.
It's here. Horizon Granite is here. We'll come to you to customize your kitchen and bathroom with beautiful countertops and cabinets. Find out more at horizongranite.com. Call us at 575-650-3180.
Horizon Granite is here.
It's here.
Make yourself a beautiful home.
Hi, I'm Ray Bamberg with Here on Earth. I would like to invite you for a free hearing evaluation to our office. We've been here in southern New Mexico for 34 years helping people hear better.
We're back to Double Talk here on the Corona Cast with the Las Cruces channel.
And we're ready to do the next variation. Those of you who are constant viewers, who just can't get away from watching our show, remember last week we did one of the kombucha recipes, the one that had pomegranate. We used a lavender simple syrup. And you remembered that, and Mark mentioned it when we were talking about variations. And that's good because I've been wondering how to use my lavender simple syrup. And
How many times does that call for?
well, when you do pomegranate kombucha, it was pretty good. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, because you correct me on how I do Rangjapur or Rangpur.
I correct you on a lot of things, Michael.
Oh, that's true. So I'm just mentioning one more way that you correct me. Okay, so we're going to do this with our about a half to 3/4 of an ounce of lemon. Those of you who want to do it at home, God bless you.
If you're keeping track,
God bless you.
make notes.
I'm going to put some more ice in here because this
It's a shake-up drink.
ice really gets melted. You have to shake up any drink that you put something other than alcohol in. Otherwise, you can stir it vigorously.
You can stir the heck out of
You
it.
can stir it
You get
vigorously.
pretty much the same results.
It's more fun shaking it.
I think shaking it cools it down quicker.
It does.
It's better.
Yes. So there's a little bit of lemon juice, half to 3/4 of an ounce. The same amount of gin.
And I believe, Michael, that lemon juice made a big difference in the previous cocktail.
Okay, well, make a big
It
difference.
helped. It helped balance out these sweeter items that we have.
So 1.5 ounces of gin. That's usually about the pour, which is like a shot or something. Oh, we're not doing this. We're doing this.
The
We're
lavender.
doing lavender.
If you're going to do simple syrup, why not do lavender simple
Lavender
syrup?
simple syrup. Adds a little flavor and perk to your drink. Remember, any drink you make, you could do variations if you think them out.
Of course.
If you don't think them out, and
Well-
then you drink them and you say, "Oh, this sucks," all you do is figure out what it needs. Usually, what it needs is
Or what it doesn't need.
I'd use maraschino liqueur.
That's not-
Maraschino liqueur saves a lot of my drinks.
Now, we do these variations as a test for the viewers out there so they don't have to make the same mistakes we make.
Although you could duplicate our successes.
We don't make that many mistakes, Michael, do we?
No, we don't. This one we never tried the other one with mandarin, but that's a pretty standard variation of whatever we're doing. The lavender, I have a feeling it's going to be darn good.
This looks like lemonade, but I know it doesn't.
Well, there is lemonade. It is
There is lemon
lemonade,
in
really.
there.
It's like an Arnold Palmer. You know, we talked last week about non-alcoholic drinks. An Arnold Palmer is a great non-alcoholic drink. But if you don't want it non-alcoholic, just add stuff.
Now with the Prosecco.
Which is not Prosecco, it's Moscato. So it doesn't really matter much. Prosecco would have made it more bubbly.
Well,
And it would have been equally good, I think.
That is bubbly.
It's not that bubbly. Prosecco is a little bubblier. Slanjava.
Sláinte. That's good in a different way.
Yeah,
Not quite as
not
sweet.
as much a taste, I don't think. The other one had more taste. So,
Well, because it was sweeter, I think, is the reason why.
here, Mark.
No, I don't want that.
So,
But you try it.
This
Come
is how I drug things. Yeah. It worked in the first one because that lavender doesn't make too much difference. It made a great difference in the pomegranate kombucha.
Well, the lavender simple syrup sweetens it up a tad.
And the
but not too much.
The Mandarin Napoleon does it.
Really?
Yeah, it does. It
All
does.
right. If you say so, Michael.
Well,
Just a little bit, though.
yeah, just a little bit. Look the other way, Mark.
No. There
There you go.
Thank you.
Oh, you don't want to be loopy like the Halloween show, right? Now you
Well, it was
have a
Halloween. You know, I was.
Halloween.
That was my disguise.
Yes, being scared of the demons. That's better, isn't it?
Yeah, it did add more depth. Okay, you're right.
That's what we're looking for, depth.
Now we didn't not only big fans of drink
what
on
are
the
we
show,
up to?
but we're
Donating
big fans
blood?
of food. And do you like chicken mole?
I sometimes like mole, and chicken mole is a good one.
Well, if you get mole, it's usually chicken mole. It's hard to find around town in Las Cruces.
They have it at what, Paisano's?
Paisano has 3 different kinds of chicken
Right.
mole, and they're very good.
Habaneros.
Habaneros makes a mole and a pipián.
Dude, they're pretty good.
And there's Los Compas used to have chicken mole as their Tuesday special. But now there's a new place that opened in town that has it. I was driving by it. It's that little Mexican restaurant on Idaho where Kentucky Fried Chicken used to be.
What? Like near
Right behind
El
the co-op.
Paseo?
Right behind the co-op where Kentucky Fried Chicken used to be.
That's that's a new Mexican
It's now a
place.
little
That's
Mexican
about
joint.
2 months ago, right?
Their sign is so bad I can't remember the name of it.
Wow, that's
And
a
they
good
don't have a
find.
sign of them inside. But I was driving by and they had a sign out on the grass. It said chicken mole today. So I went in. I ordered the chicken mole, took it home. It was good, but it was too salty.
Oh no, too salty.
It was too salty. I enjoyed it, but they just had a little bit too much salt in it. So chicken mole, it's an
So what do you
acquired
do
taste
for-
for some people.
So what do you do for too salty? Put more pepper in it? Balance that. Here's a news item dealing with Mexican flavors. The spice maker McCormick and Company acquires Cholula hot sauce for $800 million, betting on the growing popularity of spicy flavors. So your Cholula will soon be owned by McCormick, which owns most spice things.
Yes.
It's a good move. It's a good move.
McCormick and Schilling Spice are the same company. So they have a monopoly on spices. Cholula is a little bottle with a wooden cap, round wooden
Yeah, it's
cap.
cute. It's on almost every table in Mexican
Every
restaurants.
Mexican food is on the table.
And it makes sense for them to buy it, really.
It's a vinegar-based hot sauce.
Yeah. So, speaking of hot sauce, go on to the next topic.
Well, usually
Go
we
on,
talk
it's a
about
segue, Mark. It's
usually
a segue.
we talk about theater in this town when a play is open. Since there's no theater in this town, there won't be for who knows how long. The No Strings Theater Company is not letting that keep them down.
They're doing a Mark Madoff play online. You just go to the No Strings Theater Company website, and it will tell you how to download the play. We haven't yet seen it.
You have to pay for it, of course, like you would any play.
Yes, and the instructions are right there. You just click on things, and I'm sure anybody who's on this, watching this, knows how to click on things, right?
Now, it kind of negates the whole experience of going to the theater to see a play with a shared audience in a live environment.
Yes.
It's like
You mean
watching
the
it on
excitement
TV.
is gone because there's a chance, and the crowd helps you enjoy it.
A theater could, an actor could actually drop dead right in front of you.
That's what you're always hoping for, right? Is that?
Well, sometimes.
You've done that before.
Sometimes.
I know you've died on stage.
I've died many times
You've died
on stage.
yeah.
Yes, and so.
So go take a look at The Majestic Kid.
The Majestic Kid is the name of the play that Mark Madoff wrote some years back.
It takes a little while for you to hook up, for them to give you the link, but so do it as soon as you can.
Do you know how much the tickets are, Michael?
I do not, but if you were going to a real theater, it would be like $15. These are
About
probably
$15.
less. But if you have 1 or 2 or 3 people, when you buy one ticket, you tell them how many people are on it. That's as far as I got.
You could buy one ticket and 6 people could crowd around the screen to watch it.
Theoretically, and you could charge everybody $6.
You could charge them
You
to watch
could make
your-
a fortune this way.
You really
do your
could.
own theater. I don't want to say anything. So down the street from No Strings Theater is a bookstore called Coa's Books. Do you
Coa's
remember that?
Bookstore.
It's the biggest bookstore, biggest used bookstore
Biggest used
in New
bookstore
Mexico.
in New Mexico, yeah.
And maybe the world. We
And there's
don't
actually a smaller one on South Solano Street.
know. Which somebody was parked outside today, so they must have people there.
And the bookstore was owned by a fellow named Pat Beckett.
He started it. He was an
Archaeologist.
professor. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he and I used to sit and have drinks together for hours.
He was great to talk with, and he did a lot of stuff.
He even opened
downtown
even opened a Cole's Bookstore in Las Vegas, Nevada for a couple of years
Yeah.
until he got fed up with Nevada.
And his son, Mike Beckett, did a great job taking over, and he will continue.
He still runs the place.
Yes. So
Rest in
cheers
peace.
to Pat
Here's
Beckett.
to Pat Beckett.
Whiskey.
Did
And
he
now
see-
Miguel Dominguez. Yes. Your last thing. Hurry up. Oh, look.
That's our new police chief, Miguel Dominguez.
So if he knocks on your door, you're in trouble.
So we wish Miguel all the luck in the world. He took over from Gallagher, and I hope morale is still high.
Well, I hope we don't need to use him. I don't want to call him out on you,
And I hope you make sure that they don't use the chokehold anymore.
So have fun with French 75, basically named after a howitzer in World War I because it's got a kick,
Yes.
but it's soft.
And enjoy those Thanksgiving leftovers. For
Hey,
next
the
couple of
director is
days.
Dave Gallis. He's famous, isn't he? He's a famous guy.
Just ask him; he'll tell you.
Yes, he's got a show.
Thanks, folks.